Okay, so think about, like, this is the thought experiment. Imagine you're a pro player, and imagine you pick Ahri in this game as your last pick, and think, why are we playing Ahri? Why are we playing Ahri this game? Like, what is it to accomplish?
Well, I actually don't know if Ari is even like a good pick in this game. It
I
seems
think Ahri's
kind
a
of.
fantastic pick this game. If I'm drafting here and I'm playing fifth pick, and I have the choice between Victor, Annie, Ahri, Vladimir, and Tryndamere, I'm playing Ahri or Annie.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyways, our goal is to kind of figure out, like, why? How do you win? How do you win?
Well, like, our win con is kind of like bot lane or just Kog'Maw because like Akshan is very early game. I don't actually know how good he's later in the game.
Akshan's a good slow pusher, so he's always relevant as the game goes on.
Zac scales decent because he's tanky, he's got CC, and like engage from three screens away.
Mm-hmm.
And Kog'Maw, well, he's Kog'Maw.
Yeah. So how do you help that win con kind of advance versus the Kha'Zix
Well,
and the Yone?
well, I help it by trying to either divert pressure from bot lane by pulling Kha'Zix mid, or just leaving myself and trying to help bot lane out.
Yeah. So Yone and Kha'Zix, very high threat champions. Kennen as well, so we might get rummed on by Kennen a little bit. So they're going to try to kill you. So we're going to be very poke heavy. We're not going to try to play for solo kill, because that's what Yone wants, right? Yone wants to play for the solo kill. We're going to play to just dodge the Yone solo kill, dodge the Kha'Zix ganks, and then play for big fights with the Zac and the Kog'Maw and the Rel. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Yone doesn't like big fights. Kha'Zix doesn't like big fights. Zac, Kog'Maw, Rel, we all do. So yeah, that's why Ahri is so strong here. The way that we win is we just don't get killed by Yone and Kha'Zix. We're going to be kind of passive in this lane, playing for like max range Qs and that kind of thing. Into big fights, big skirmishes with the Zac. And that's why we're feeling so good. So that's how we're going to advance our win con here. Bro, this new Spotify update is so confusing. Okay. What's up, Panger? Welcome to the Coachathon. New Yone skin? Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen it in game yet.
Yeah, it's from this patch actually. The skin line is pretty sick.
Hey, Ka, good. I appreciate the follow, man. Welcome to the Coachathon, dude.
Well, Zac wants to invade, interesting.
I'm down.
But our Kog'Maw is AFK, that's kinda doomed.
Yeah. The way that, like, the best way to approach invades and solo queue is go with our team, because coordinated play is good, because they probably will not be coordinated, and then keep it short. So if we see somebody and we don't get anything, just leave right away. Don't overstay. I like the look, but I want it to be short and sweet. I like that we're holding our spell. Good stuff.
Well, yeah. I think I'm out of here.
Yep. Perfect. I love it. Now, generally, you will recall rather than walking back to lane. Because if they also like 5-stack invaded, there it is. Imagine they're in pixel while you're walking back.
Yeah.
Right? You just die. So typically you will recall.
But that's just cursed. Like, I don't like this.
Come hover it. It's not bad. Because you know that your mid's not here. And even if he is, this is better for you. Yeah, there it is.
Do we... I don't think we chase here, right?
Nope. Short and sweet. Nice, very good stuff. And he's level 1, so you can really try to poke him down with auto attacks for every minion he tries to get. As the lane goes on, we have to kind of get more and more careful. But yeah, here, like, you can definitely, if you get an auto attack, get that electrocute proc. Yeah, if you land one auto, I want you to W and get that second auto in. Nice, there it is. And he might die here, actually. You flashing knight. If you would have flashing knight and got the W damage, I'm pretty sure he dies. Unless he flashes immediately at the same time.
Yeah, I'm kind of like...
Nice, well played. Oh no, he lives. We should have charmed. That's okay.
That's tragic.
He loses this whole wave, which is pretty much a kill. Yeah, then we can come hover this, and then...
Oh, he stays. Interesting.
What? That's fine. Kha'Zix is gonna flame his whole team really hard here.
I'm gonna go for the JS tech, even though I don't wanna.
Okay. And I would actually buy an Amp Tome for wave clear, but that's okay.
Oh,
Rather
right.
than boots. But just because I want to hit the wave more. Boots isn't bad. This is completely fine.
Bot lane's looking okay, but they should like...
Yeah, and I would let
be
the turret
careful.
crash, so just last it and just chill.
Interesting. I would have like tried to tough here and go
Our
bottom.
jungle's not on the map, and Yone is not on the map, so I'd rather just deny him all the minions. And then the next wave, so you're gonna let this hit your tower, and the next wave you're gonna start to slow push as Yone is on the map. Yeah, so now we're gonna get some big Qs.
Man, my last thing is terrible. This is my first game of the day, so I'm gonna use that as a cop-out.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, last hitting is not something that's really something to worry about. Nice.
Oh my god.
And that's how we're gonna play this lane. Those Qs, you really don't want to get hit by his Q3s. I think he's gonna die to Zach here. Very nice.
Man, Zach is such a bro, holy shit.
Very
Actual
nice.
goated.
Let's see. If we bought an Amp Tome and a Mana Crystal, go back, spend your money. We could have gotten Lost Chapter, but I think this is so much better because now you can get Amp Tome and Mana Crystal, and we're like very strong, and we have lots of AP.
This X kinda smurfing, not gonna lie. He's insane.
Yeah, he's a gamer. Uh-oh.
There's no way Kokma wins this, right? Holy shit. Oh my
He's goated!
Holy shit! Yeah, okay. This actually winner's Q
That's
skin,
crazy.
or what?
Yo, what's up, Persians? How you doing, man?
You free, take care. Careful. Hover around dragon. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is very, very, very well played. This is how we do it. And we're going to be very careful of his all-in the Kha'Zix gank, so yeah, I like standing far back and just getting the pokey Qs. Whenever he has Q3 up, very careful. Then we can hover bottom. Yeah, just ignore this guy. I love that. Nice. Very good stuff. This is how we do it. This is how we win in this game. Oh, that's such a good Q. Beautiful.
Q3. I still want to get this because it's so much.
Yep, very well played.
Oh, that was almost really good. Unlucky. Kha'Zix here, so we want to be careful.
Yeah, and we're just gonna hang out. And Zach's in base, so it's like we're extra just gonna hang out.
It's not a cannon wave. So. Excuse me, sir. I do want to crash this and go base, so it's a lot of gold.
Yeah,
but it's kind of like.
Yeah, if you want to hover top as you back.
Okay, dude, I
This
don't
guy
care.
this guy is so depressed, by the way. Like he just.
Oh my god! If he
to
cancelled me, that's just sad.
Yeah, it's fine. He's so mad, which it makes me really happy.
I think I like this.
I would have just bought another M-Tome. Makes clearing the wave easier.
Yo, this deck doesn't give a fuck, holy shit.
And with another M-Tome, you're at, what, like 115 AP?
Oh my god.
Alright, push. Why don't you try and charm? There's no point. We're not playing for the kill, right? Yone wants to play for the 1v1. We're playing for map pressure. So if you're trying to fight him, you're not doing your job.
We can go like look bot lane because Kha'Zix was top lane and very low life.
Perfect. Beautiful. So smooth, so easy. We'll come back mid. Now, Yone's going to try really hard to kill you when you get back here. And Kha'Zix will probably look to gank you as well. So
yeah, that's why I'm going the pussy route.
Yep, I like it.
Man, Yone's full build. That's so unfair.
Don't worry, it's not as good on him as it is on Aurelia. We're chilling. It is annoying, but not really fighting him anyways. And we'll hover the Herald. Beautiful. I would pop my head in on Raptors and see if they're up. Oh, they are. What? Just come right back mid.
What's Kha'Zix doing? That's the question. He's bot lane. Goodbye, Yon. I don't care about you.
I love it. I love it.
I really don't give a fuck.
The dude is so mad. Like, he just wants to fight you so bad.
Why is he not fighting me?
Yeah,
that's so
imagine
cringe.
you're the Yone here, yeah. Yeah, chat was asking why we're not trying to charm the guy. And the reason we're not charming him when he E's is because he has zero win condition if we just leave. Like, it's just... There's no reason to waste charm on him. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help us advance our win condition.
Man, fuck the crap, like, actually.
Ooh, Kha'Zix. Go. Yeah, this is really good. Kennon's on his way, so... Nice! Well played. Well played. And Kennon's going back. Yeah, we'll just create our wave. Perfect. Very well played.
I really don't care about you. Don't you get the message right now, Yon?
This dude feels so unloved and unwanted. The poor guy, man. Oh
I feel
man,
kinda bad. I'm bullying him,
this is.
and I'm
This
not
is.
even doing anything. Oh man, 50 gold, that's so tragic.
Yeah, it's really
I
sad.
don't want to go back now. Well,
Um,
I kinda want, but like, so
hit tab
cringe.
for me. I don't mind Andrews this game. It's not awful.
Leandries?
Everfrost is fine. Like Everfrost is good. Everfrost is
Is
always.
it? I only like ever consider Leandries into really tanky comps.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a greedy boy. It is just more damage.
He really just wants to
He wants it
fight.
so bad, man.
Ah, like
Oh,
wants
this
to
is
be.
not good. You probably should have just taken this back.
Yeah, but I don't want to like leave my bro hanging.
If you would have backed,
But
you just would have went to his camp. Better for
the Zach,
everybody.
yeah, he backs, so Zach can
Alright,
get
want
his
some
Herald
Herald
off
for
here
you?
if he wants.
It's like we could buy Liandry's with the Herald money. Liandry's is just the most damage. That's why I like it in games like these. The highest damage item you can buy, but Everfrost is safer and more consistent.
I really want a base now, though. It's a lot of gold to just sit on.
Just yeah.
Okay, we're going Leandries.
I love it. This is the Chad item.
Usually I want to go pen boots if I go Leandries, though.
Yeah, typically.
I don't really like going lucidity.
Yep, typically, I agree. But Lucidity's
He
not bad because
really
you got
needs
it
to
so
be
early.
careful. Like, Yon is so stuffed for attention, he's gonna go up there.
Yep, and you can ult, like, you don't even have to push this next wave. You can just go hover it. Yeah, and just sprint straight there. Sprint there, Kha'Zix. Okay, they got it.
You know, they are so strong. If Yon's not there, he's bot lane. They don't need me.
Okay, maybe we can clean bot.
Huh?
What's up, Jessen? Welcome to this Coach-a-thon, man. How you doing?
In a perfect world, I would have watched bot lane. But we're...
Okay, got the flash. Good stuff.
We can now try to, like, go bully Kha'Zix.
Oh my
Like, there's no
goodness,
way
bro.
she's allowed to be here.
Now, low key, I think we shove a wave back and buy Mage Eyes.
Oh
Like,
no.
I'm going full greed this game. Now, the reason we buy Mage Eyes here, it's actually not because I want you to snowball necessarily, but it's because I want them to focus you more than they focus Kog'Maw. And if they're doing that, like, they really have no win condition.
That's a fair thought. Oh my god, this rail is also just smoothing. This is just a winner's
Yeah.
Q game.
So it's like, if they kill you,
But Kog'Maw
Kog'Maw kills
can he like
everybody.
not do that?
If they kill Kog'Maw, you're gonna clean up and get all your Mage Eye stacks. Well, I guess we're in fights
Well,
later.
I don't think I'm cleaning anything up here.
Yeah, he died too fast. Ay, ay, ay.
That's so cringe.
Yeah, and don't get... Oh, you might
Oh
die.
my god.
Yep, we just got a little bit
I-
there.
Didn't expect the damage or I would have flashed.
Yeah, we just can't be near him when he has E in Q3. That's all.
Yeah. But I don't play this matchup very often, so I'm very inexperienced.
Yeah. The way we were playing earlier, where we're just not fighting him and everything, like that's exactly how we do it. You finally gave him what he wanted, and he took it.
Yeah, he took everything. All my 6 Magi stacks.
That's right. Oh, after one team fight, we'll be gaming.
Man, midwave is in such a bad position, but team wants to play for Dragon.
Yeah,
and I think, yeah, Kog'Maw's going to collect that need.
It's better, yeah. And then we want to go bottom after this. Or even right now, you could go bottom, push, and find a good flank.
They're just not interested.
Hey, always sleepy. I appreciate the follow, man. Welcome
Oh,
to
they
Coach
traded, yeah. That makes
Hello,
sense.
hello.
Bro, I deal like no damage.
Okay, and look mid. Like, we don't really want to fight this guy. We'd much rather find a charm.
Yeah, that was
oh,
the
wait,
plan
Zach
until...
just jumped in? What? Nice.
My
Well
god,
played.
that was so scuffed.
Yeah. And now we make sure he doesn't touch the Kha'Zix, and then we should walk away. Yeah, fighting the side lane with this guy, not great. Not great.
That wasn't the plan, but I can't like let Zach die there for free, I think.
Yeah. But the point is, the earlier you see him walking to you, like you ping mid, you walk mid earlier, and he doesn't get coped into doing that BS. Yeah, once it
Akshan's
happens,
doing
you take the kill.
top lane things.
We can just
That's
come right back bottom.
Weird.
Push out this wave. Create some good flank opportunities. And our goal is just to push and go mid. Like, it's the same thing as lane. We don't really want to fight these guys.
Have to be really careful because Cannon is really strong.
Yep, if he eased into you, you'll just have to walk away. You're just trying to burn the wave.
I can't get hit by Q, he just like kills me, I think. Or at least burns my ulti.
Nice.
I want to like here.
And you can see your Kog'Maw is just getting double kills. We are helping that a lot, so very good stuff.
It's looking kinda sus.
Nice. That R2 had me a little bit worried. Where you ulted like...
Yeah, I just wanted to get away from him, but like not in the direction of my team.
Yeah, if you ulted back, you're out of ult range and you don't even get stunned. And then we're like still 70% health.
Ah, no. I can't do it. That's greedy. Yep. That's way too greedy.
I love it. Especially with Kha'Zix on the enemy team. Very good, kind of.
But like, I want to go dev cap, so I don't have a bias, so
that's okay.
Kinda bad.
That's fine.
And this Kog'Maw just... He's just built different. Oh my... That's so awkward. But Kog'Maw just face tanking everything is just the second funniest thing I've seen this week.
Yikes, this is scary. So we need to wait for our team to come off tempo. So we're just going to chill and try not to do anything. Just catch waves and hang out.
Top line. So I'm out of danger because bot lane shouldn't ever be able to kill me. I can rotate up here.
Yeah, this could be good.
There's Jinx.
Nice, well played.
Catch the wave.
Okay, Kog'Maw's going bottom, which means...
Do we like push here or do we recall and go
we go
dragon?
one more wave and then recall. It's tricky with Kog'Maw bottom. Yikes, they're forcing really hard mid for zero reason. Oh boy, they're making me anxious. Ping on your way to dragon.
Oh, there's Kha'Zix. This is looking really bad right now. But luckily for us, Cannon doesn't have eyes. Because if he does, they are so dead. Like, it's not even funny. I wish I had ult like right now so I can scale Dragon Pit.
Keep looking at the fight. I want to see if it's worth ulting early for. Oh, nope.
Oh, that's so dead, yeah.
And they have to back, so we still get dragon.
No,
Okay,
actually,
Carl with
Yon's
the JS
coming.
pool. I love it, dude.
Kinda
love it.
scary.
Oh, we got a little close.
Yeah, that's just mechanical error.
Yeah, these fights are super.
Also,
They're going to
please,
be mechanical.
no, not report. I want to like mute his pings. How do I do that now?
Chat button. Yeah,
Oh,
it's really
yeah.
annoying. They added like a bunch of like dialogue boxes and stuff.
Yeah, these UI changes are kinda cringe.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and we're gonna go top. We're gonna create some good flank angles. And if our team is ever on tempo, these fights are very easy.
This looks like a very bad idea.
Auction
Oh, actually,
has enough.
he deals 1,000,000 damage. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Auction's very good at side laning. He likes these side lane fights. Oh no.
But he's not winning the 2v1.
Yeah.
Too squishy. Man, this Kha'Zix just can't catch a break.
Holy. Can we steal some AHRI stat?
I'm ulting
Okay.
for this, I don't care.
Definitely not worth the ult, but it's like, it's fun.
Yeah, but it's like 6 AP or whatever. It's 20, like, actually.
Yeah, but you can just W and get it anyways. It's 10 AP difference if you don't get the kill.
Nice. Force the cleanse.
Beautiful.
And now I wanna, like, get out of lane at least. Like, no, get the fuck out of here, Kha'Zix, we don't like you.
Nice. Uh-oh, we have to flash.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
Yep, and we'll just kite Kog'Maw out. Nice. Kog'Maw is so strong.
They wanna stay, that's super
Yeah,
not
I don't
cool.
mind hovering it. Kog'Maw is so strong. So as long as you charm Kha'Zix if he hops on him. Like, your job is just to sit out of vision and charm whoever hops on Kog'Maw. Ooh. Oh, this Zac, dude. Holy. Well played.
That's a bit too deep for my taste, though.
Yeah, it's like it was really good, and then it was like a little much.
So I clear this and go base, I think.
Yes, sir. We'll be on death cap. Oh, this is such a crazy game, man.
Oh, this is so greedy. Yeah, I need to go. Next, I like Cosmic
I
Drive.
think Zhonya's is better here because of the Yone. Like, you can just Zhonya's when you ease in.
Let's go this.
Yeah, and for the Kha'Zix. They're both, or even the Kennen ult, right? When they're playing very high threat stuff, his stopwatch is gonna take away a lot of their threat. Alright, we see Kha'Zix, so we know he's not in our jungle. I want to go steal blue if we can.
Yeah, it kind of like takes forever though.
That's okay. Nothing else to be doing right now.
I want to hit this so they don't get to.
Ooh, and you really want to charm this guy.
That's a
Holy!
lot of damage. Jesus fucking... It's not even Night Harvester. Like, what the actual hell?
Yeah, and you're looking to charm him so he didn't get a good ult? Okay, perfect. Auction was doing it.
There's Jinx down here. We don't really want this fight. We would just want to get out.
Yeah, Dragon's coming up. We can fight on Dragon, that'd be... we're probably too late, but... we'll run for it.
We can try.
Yeah, we'll give her a shot. You definitely don't want to be first. So I'd rather you push mid while you wait for Zach to get in first.
Nah, it's gone. It's gone. Whatever.
Yeah, and you guys can make a power play with this Baron. You're thinking about Zach and Kog'Maw.
Yo,
Like that's...
you mean a Red Bull Baron power play?
That's right.
I want to go up here, but it's kind of scary.
Ooh. What on earth is this guy doing? Alright, so we probably end mid off that.
He's just Omega tilted, I think.
It's like he wanted to pick, but they had no vision. And you don't get picks with no vision. Woo.
Oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, we gotta cleanse at least. And we just have to leave.
We just back out. We have Baron recall.
Zach
so-
keeps trying to 1v1 the Yone. Oh, man.
He saw me play mid lane and he thought if nobody's gonna 1v1 Yona, I'm gonna do it.
Alright, let's go top now. Push out this wave, make some good flank angles while we wait for Zach.
Oh my. I didn't even get it. That's so cringe.
Yeah, it's okay. Kind of nervous about mid lane. I think we should go hover it now after this wave. Because Yone and Kha'Zix are going to come in and maybe we can clean up. Yeah, keep an eye on Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's still very, very strong. Oh, Kog'Maw. Wait, you can at least clean this guy, yeah. If not a little bit more. Nice. Very well played. And then maybe even get Kha'Zix. Oh wait, look at Zach, look at Zach, look at Zach. No, look at Zach. Whew. You're always playing these fights with your team.
Bro.
Nice!
Okay. I
The
take
plants.
it.
That's so Smurf. Holy.
What is this game like actually?
This is an insane game. Like, this is so chaotic.
It's always like this when we get to live games,
Yeah,
it feels
it's crazy.
like.
I love it, because these chaotic games, like, that's where we get to work on the most stuff. You guys are close.
I think we go
winning,
top
but-
lane here, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you want to back.
We could also reset.
You
It's
wanna
probably
back.
better. I have 1,000,000 gold.
And you're on better tempo with Kog'Maw if you back now, rather than staying. And Kog'Maw's most of our damage. And now, I think you just buy, I would go Void Staff. Void Staff's the best last item. And then buy an Elixir as well, because you guys are probably going to end here.
Alright, yeah.
If not, we're just going to get Baron and end, which Elixir helps. How far is Baron up?
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Man, this Kha'Zix is just not having a good day.
Yeah,
I feel kind of bad for...
We're not having fun. We are not going top. We're going to end mid with Kog'Maw, and they cannot stop
Yeah,
you guys.
I'm going for jungle. I was just looking if
Okay, I like it.
Zach tried to 1v1 the Yone again.
Even if he does, we're still not going up there, because that's just... It's the only way he wins. Okay, nice. We come kill Lulu, and game should be over. Very nice. Now, Yone is going to try to get a big ult, so it's your job... or Cannon. It's your job to think about charming. Nice! Good job.
Oh, he got fucking.
Wait, he got killed on his way back. That was really weird. Well played, man. Well played. What a beautiful game.
It's like it just works somehow. he just doesn't give a
he's
fuck
had
anymore.
enough. He's out of here.
Oh my god, I hit him. Yeah. He's just not having a good day.
Very
That's
well
so
played,
unlucky.
man. That's beautiful. We only had 2 deaths, and the one of them, we just kind of lost discipline on the Yone matchup.
Yeah, that was.
What was our second death? Where was that? I don't remember.
It was the dragon that I did with Zach, where I got caught by the Yoni ulti on my ult art.
Oh, yes. And then so like all of the other fights in this game were just like time to get experience on the mechanics and stuff. Beautiful. This is such a phenomenal game. Very well played. That's how we carried it. I like that mental exercise of every game kind of imagining that you're a pro player and that you picked AHRI because you believe that AHRI has a good win condition, and then kind of asking like, why and what's the win con? Okay, Mastery 7 on the AHRI. Alright, I'm gonna go pee while you queue up again. Give me 1 second. Purgeons, I see you by the way, and I might play some solo queue after the coachathon today, just to make sure, just to keep the gap. Just to keep the gap, Purgeons. All right. Yeah, such a good game, man. So many opportunities. To kind of just play mechanically. I think the biggest mechanical thing from that game was the ults. Ulting into melee range. Boy, that scares me. We want to ult around the people.
Yeah, that's still a problem.
Yeah, it just takes time and practice. And as long as you know what it's supposed to look like, I mean, that's the big thing. After this game, depending on how long, I mean, if it's a 15-minute, we'll play another one, but otherwise we'll review the 2 and we'll just talk about mechanics and what it should look like. And
yeah, sounds good.
Just so we know what it's supposed to look like. And yeah, it's otherwise, like, this is such a good game. Beautiful. This is the first person, you're the first person I'm trying the pro player thought experiment on, but I think it helps with people kind of getting in tune with what their job is. I think this is going to be a thing I start.
Man, Draven, like, insta-lock is scary. He's either gonna smurf or he's just gonna go completely mental.
Yeah, we got the feast or famine, baby. I love it.
Yeah, it was really easy that game because my team was also just, like, smurfing everywhere.
Yeah, but also they kind of weren't, right? Like,
oh.
Okay,
Annie.
So this one's really fascinating. We're a pro player. We're picking the AHRI into Annie matchup with the Jarvan jungle.
So it's like Annie and I are trying the same thing, just that we get there by different ways, right?
Exactly.
I have wave clear, and she tries to keep me off the wave by saying, "If you touch it, I kill you."
Exactly. So if she ever lands Qs on you, she's winning. If you ever just get Q poke and keep prio, you're winning. Whoever has more prio is winning. Exactly, and that's how we do it. So the way that
as for WinCon, it's bot lane again. We have Zeri, Lulu. Top lane is very similar. Ilaoi looks to win lane and then just like be a split push monster.
And we have high tempo jungle versus low tempo jungle. So our idea is whenever Jarvan's making a play, we're going to crash that wave and make it with him. Beautiful. Yeah, very good AHRI game. Love it. I'm gonna grab some more coffee.
Oh my god, I forgot to. Where is it?
All right. Also gaining 34 LP, which is insane.
Well, it's right after placement, so it's normal.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because for some reason they place you a little lower than where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Probably like some psychology stuff where the huge gains in the beginning keep you motivated or something. They know what they're doing. Like,
Very true.
else I wouldn't be playing this godforsaken game 12 years after I initially started.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Because the MMR system is a very basic system. But the ranking system on top of it, very, very big mind games. General chat is talking about Bobus right now. Twitch chat, what do you guys think about Bobus? About the Baus? You guys think he is too much and it's a problem, or?
He used to be like really funny, but like every time I tune into a stream now, he's just toxic but masking it as being funny. It's kind of sad actually. I used to really like watching him.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Or it's sad when streamers get toxic, and it happens in this community a lot. He just hard ins now, and he's so the public opinion has changed. He's an inter now. Interesting.
Well, like his API Relia certainly isn't exotic playstyle anymore. That's just straight up trolling.
Yeah, and some of the things he does is trolling, but he still reaches high elo consistently. I'm still.
Well, yeah, he's still a god tier player. Just his mental has taken a big hit over the years, which is, I guess, understandable if you play League for 10 hours a day.
Mm-hmm. There's like way less deaths on his off-stream account. Yeah, that's interesting.
Do we actually start Q in this matchup?
You can.
I've seen. I watched a VOD yesterday of Chovy, and he started Q into. I don't even remember anymore.
There's a lot of AHRI players that will literally never start Q, and there's a lot of AHRI players that will start Q most of the time.
Well, I think I want to start what makes most sense, and so I think I'm not getting into auto range to auto W auto a lot against any.
Like it. Yeah, if you
but without taking a losing trade. So
I love
Q feels really intuition.
And as long as you have an idea like that, that means it's perfect. So I love it. Now, I like to go W because when she queued the minion there, you can auto W, auto her. But it's just a different idea. My idea is a little bit more mechanical. Your idea is a little bit more straight up. Which is perfect. And then we'll go ward top side because that's where Jarvan's pathing to. Actually, he might even gank bottom first, but
that's kind of cringe. But yeah.
She's actually trying hard to push this. This is a decent player, so we're gonna have to be on our toes this game.
Oh, she did the forbidden thing though?
Yeah, she's gonna run out of mana. I think maybe she's an AHRI player who's just playing any.
But AHRI is a fine blind pick those games, so I don't know why she picks any.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's actually
that was true.
Fucked up that I didn't hit the back line.
I'll actually normal cast my Q pretty often. For that exact reason.
It was kind of a iffy trade, but we still won it, so it's alright, I suppose.
Alright, look at your top laner. Nice. And now slow down on the pushing a little bit as they're running out of mana, and there's nowhere for any to go anymore, right? Top just made a play, bottom just died. So we can just hang out and farm, save our mana for when it's important again.
I was actually planning on like shoving and recalling here.
Yeah, recalling's not bad on this next wave. But she's running out of mana, so you don't mind staying and just pressuring her mana pool. And you have Jarvan, so it's like we want to make tempo like plays with him. You could even ping assist me mid and freeze. Oh, Jarvan's going top again. This is really good. Annie's struggling. She has no mana. She like actually has no mana now.
Any is such a cringe spell, not gonna lie.
True. Alright, we can crash this and leave. If you want to hear the real JS tech for this buy, it's Darkseal Monocrystal Boots. That's what I would do, but
Okay, I got you.
no issue with amp tomes and stuff. Like, you can't really go wrong with this buy or with any of those buys. That amount of money.
I would have gone double amp tome, pink
Yeah.
ward
And
probably.
double amp tome's not bad. Pink ward, I hate. I hate pink wards. It's like
Yeah,
a
we-
whole
we-
wave exists.
You went about it in length in my games because I overbuy pink wards a lot.
Yeah. They're okay if you have a very good reason for them, but they're expensive, and people don't think about them as expensive because they're cheaper than everything else. But
That's a weird thing to do.
yeah, so you can actually step up and threaten in each arm as she steps up to the wave. Yeah, so you can just step up and last it.
I think she's just like recalling now, but
That's really weird because we're just gonna.
that's
go
really
bottom
bad actually.
Yeah.
Like, she loses so much for like what, a ward on Dragon? It doesn't sound very worth it. Botlane doesn't show, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But
we'll
we
give
can
this
make
couple
this a little
hits,
more
yeah.
secure. Because I feel
What's up,
like,
Reddit? How you doing, man? Welcome to the coachathon, dude.
yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen.
Holy. That's actually kind of insane.
I needed to anticipate the flash ult,
Yeah.
but I was kinda zoned out on the fact that she also is level 6. That's 1,000,000% player error.
Oh boy, this makes this game complicated.
This whole game is like, we're all playing kinda not so good. Zeri's doing okay, I guess. Lulu's kinda running it.
Yeah, Blitzcrank. I mean, they have so much pick potential with the Annie and the Blitz. Game's gonna be tricky, but that's okay.
And the stupid bear already run the fuck out. Holy shit.
That's so real. Okay, so she's
Like, he-
off tempo, so if you can keep her here. Oh, what? Massive mistake by Mundo. Oh, but he gets away with it. Yuck.
I thought it's enough to like just... I thought it was enough to just keep the Annie away, but because if we run in, he
You have
dies
to
100%.
Yeah, you just have to like flash ignite over the wall. And they both overstayed a lot. The Mundo was off tempo, he has not backed. The Annie was off tempo, she has not backed. We actually had to play hyper aggressive there and step into the pressure. Now this game gets really hard from this point. Like really, really, really hard.
I think this might just be like an FF15 angle from my team.
Yeah.
Because this Draven is like 1,000,000 light years ahead of the whole game.
And Mundo is gonna like really outscale Jarvan. I'm fine with this being an FF. We already got a lot of the value out of this one. This game's still winnable. Like all these games are winnable because they'll make mistakes, but
Yeah,
we got our value.
they're very
out
much
of it.
winnable, but it's a question if my team wants to bother.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I'm not wasting anyone's time if they don't want to play this. It's
Yep,
I
don't
can
mind either
understand
way
it.
as well. 100%. Alright, so when we're behind on AHRI, our job is just try to sneak away as much push as we can, but we're really just going to be not doing anything too crazy.
Oh my.
Yeah, do you have your spells bound to normal cast? I normal cast
I do have a
lot.
binding for it.
Yeah, I do that a lot when I'm trying to wave clear. Just so I know
I don't want to get
exactly
stunned here.
how many
No,
minions.
no. That's scary. No.
It's not
I
an
don't want
awful
this.
gig, but yeah, it's not the best in the world either. Now she has
Like
no
any-
stun, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I miss this.
Ooh,
It's just bad.
yeah.
Ilawi's beating this guy though. And he could rotate. And I can't really follow because he's just like, one-shotting me.
Yeah, and we can trade and go bottom.
Bottom looks scary though, like Bravens.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything too crazy. You're just going to hover it. Because you know Annie cannot be here, so if they tower dive, maybe you clean up. So keep an eye on it. Yeah, nope, we'll just leave. And it's a very good hover, because, you know, if Draven missteps or something, you guys are back in the game all of a sudden. But now you
Annie
can't,
tries
because
to
Annie's
move.
there. No. Mid? Go mid. Oh my goodness, I'm terrified. Nope, we cannot fight.
Java
Let him die.
this though.
Let him die. Because you guys are in thing, just go push mid. Best case, keep pushing mid. Holy.
Man, if
Best case, you crash mid.
good
and
thing
go
I
top.
have chat. Good thing I have chat disabled because I'm gonna get flamed to hell for this.
I mean, for sure, but they're gonna die either way. So it's like they're gonna die and they're gonna flame you, and you're gonna die also, or you're not gonna die, and they're still gonna flame you. Like no matter what, they flame you. Now go top and try to make a play on Cassante with a loud. And this is like best case scenario. Whenever we're behind, we're always trying to trade. Trade. Okay, and that's fine. We'll just recall, and we'll keep trying to trade. Jarvan's dead.
Jarvan's just
It's fine.
kind of like sprinting it right now.
Yep. He's tilted. It's whatever. You can sprint bottom now and potentially get a kill. Oh, buy another M tome. Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't even pay attention. Yeah,
That's fine.
Raven is mid though.
Hopefully, like Annie shows bottom and we kill her. No,
She's top.
Okay. Yeah.
This game's just kind of doomed.
Yeah, it's definitely very tricky. Very, very tricky.
Oh my god. I don't have the fingers for that. Holy shit. That's bad.
Yeah, it's pain to be in mid lane. When you're behind and you have to and you're holding the pressure, you have to be so careful.
I mean, I live there. If I don't, for whatever reason, have my finger on E.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to ult away, but I jumped into my base instead, so... Yeah, the idea was there, but... Missing hands are the problem.
It's okay, it's a process.
I mean, it's fine, it happens. I'm not making a fuss about, like, mechanical errors like that.
Okay, nice, we steal dragon. And we're just...
You're not going this way, buddy.
We're just dancing with this guy.
Not on my watch. But he's taking our
Blitz
top
is
side
trying to
on
hook
my
you from
watch.
below you.
Yeah. Ilawi needs to be careful. Oh, this is the worst trade in the history of trade deals absolutely ever.
Yeah, he hurts a little
One
bit.
W flame for half my HP. Sounds nice.
Okay, I want to go bottom and kill Annie. Like, when we're playing from behind, we kind of just concede a lot. And we trade a lot, and we do crazy plays. Like, giving this wave, if it meant killing Annie, was very worth it.
Especially if we do that.
Yeah, I mean, That is what it is.
We can like go out here for future plays, maybe. Holy shit, she's just murdering them. Holy, excuse me?
Bro, that champion is
He was like
crazy.
on the 3rd HP? And she just slams him? Okay.
That's our win con. Is the Alawi split push, I guess.
It's very scary.
Yep, and we're just kind of waiting until we have an opportunity to go get a pick somewhere. When we're behind, we just play to wait for them to make mistakes. Nothing proactive.
The fact that they have Blitzcrank makes this like a lot harder.
Like Jarvan pinging mid is really in. Okay. Yeah, this mid play is super in.
Oh my god. Get away, Tibbers.
Crazy because that shutdown's like actually kind of worth it.
No way he goes back. There's no way. The other team wants to play this.
Yeah, with the Alawi split push, it's definitely winnable. But we're gonna have to be okay, like conceding mid and getting picks in the side lane. So let's go ahead and go top here, because I'm guessing Alawi will go bottom. Oh no, we'll go bottom.
No, she goes top.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll go bottom, and our job is just to kind of like, we're trying to
Catch the waves and not die.
Yeah,
I
and we're
guess.
trying to think about like how can we ask them the most complicated questions. So if we play in 3 lanes and try to pull them apart, we're gonna kind of complicate the game. We're gonna try to find opportunities to pull them apart and get picks. So yeah, push hard, push hard. Do not.
So speaking from experience, what happens is either they
Yep, they're gonna die mid. That's okay. She's gonna die mid with or
will
without you.
commit into the Alawi, or they do this and just ignore her.
Yep, that's fine. We're just gonna keep being complicated. We're gonna say, hey, you guys
But
are gonna
surely
lose an objective
We
bottom.
surely we don't push another, right?
No, we keep going. If you
That,
go
that
mid,
sounds
you
so
just
terrible.
lose. Like,
Yeah.
it's useless for you to go mid. You don't help at all.
This feels so terrible though. Like
This is how you have to play from behind. This is how you come back. You actually want them to take the inhib. You want to lose the inhib. You really do.
alright, early inhib. It's very early, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
it's
want to
good.
lose the inhib. You want to get the objective bounty. You want to pull them apart. Look, Alawi's getting kills. Then we're gonna go one more wave.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I wish I didn't see that,
That's-
but we're gonna go one more wave and then we'll go
But
back.
Mundo's coming. He's
That's fine.
on my ass right
If
now.
Mundo's here, it means he's not mid lane for Alawi. Right, like that's we really want to pull people to you. And then you'll just ult over walls. Yeah. Nice. And then now we need to recall. Oh boy. That's insane. Well, they're gonna get the inhib. That's fine. This is a game I would tend to go, what's it called? Horizon Focus, is that what it's called?
Is that even a good item on AHRI? It feels like you're not really hitting the passive.
Well, you hit it on every charm. So it's kind of, it feels a little bit like old Ahri, but no, it has more haste than Shadow Flame. So it's the same item in Shadow Flame, except it has more haste.
Usually I would go the what's its name? Cosmic Drive here.
Cosmic is less damage, so I wouldn't.
I deal like no damage to this guy. Holy shit.
Yeah, so if I'm playing this game, I'm building Horizon Focus, but Cosmic is fine.
So our win con is Alawi just being a menace and Zeri eventually scaling into being useful again.
Yep. And then us, keep.
And
asking
we are
complicated
trying to pressure
questions.
mid now so they don't die bottom.
Yeah, it's just very. We're trying to be annoying and complicated.
So I guess the thesis is because we're already behind, we can't like really afford playing safe anymore.
Yep.
We just have to kind of YOLO it and hope
Well,
they
and you're
make
trying to play as
mistakes.
safe as you can while being complicated. So it's a tricky balance, but you're playing AHRI, so you're very good at this because you just ult away. Yeah.
I actually saw like my life flashing before my eyes already.
Yeah, hitting the mid tower is maybe a little doomed, but... Ooh.
Oh my god, he dashed out. That's so cursed. And I have my item on the wrong button, so I
Okay, we did it.
almost missed it.
We got him anyways. It's fun.
No. Oh, he's not going my way.
He like ran past you. What?
I'm like, no, don't you dare. Not cool. The Herald is like kinda doomed. Because if they like kill a few of us now, they just end with the Herald.
Yeah. Our team lost morale. Even though you guys started to do better.
I mean, yeah, I can understand the Herald makes it look really, really grim.
Yeah, I feel like I never see people use Herald well.
There's no way that hits
I
me.
can't believe that hit us.
There's like actually no. Yeah, this game's over.
Wow, that's so sad.
Well, we had a stellar performance and now we go 0-4. It happens.
Yeah, so this game was tricky. I think we have time for one more if we queue up right away. Or we can heavy review the last two. It's up to you.
Let me think. I'm not sure if there's like that much to talk about the first, but this one might be good to review. I think we go into the review, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right. So let's do it. Let me open up my screen share. Yeah, and one of the most important things is just games played. So that's just something to think about. But, let's open up the video. Let me get the pen out. All right. We haven't done any like crazy reviewing for a while. I'm so excited.
Yeah, reset. It's probably good. I bring like usually all the same, I feel like. Or they are very similar, except that one Clown Fiesta game.
I feel like every game is so different. That's what I love about this game. Okay, so we're playing into Annie. We know our job is just to never take Qs, and we're trying to make plays with the Jarvan. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. And let's get very, very in-depth here. The reason that I would start... There's a couple of things going on here. When you have the range advantage and you're playing as the poke champion, poke champions always want to kite backwards. You want to step up as far as you can, and then you want to kite backwards. So let's say, Annie's Q range is like this. That means you want to be here. And then when she clicks forward, you're going to click back, give her a Q, and then keep clicking back. So this is probably the biggest takeaway from this lane. When your job is to poke, and you are the person with the range advantage, your job is always to step up as far as you can, without like getting into her range, obviously, and then to kite backwards as she pressures you. Whether she's pressuring a trade or whether she's pressuring a minion, you're going to give her your spells and you're going to kite backwards. So this is really, really relevant pretty much at all points in this lane, because you can be here right now. And now she can't touch the wave and she can't touch you. And you're just up push. So you're like, good luck, Annie. You have zero way to win wave 1 now if you're just in a better spot. Right? She's just done for. She's going to try to walk into you, and then you're going to walk back and hit her with a Q. And then you guys are kind of in a game, and then you're going to hit the wave and keep the prio, and then you're going to try to do it again. Or if she just walks into the wave, you're just going to hit her with a electrocute, and it's like GG, right? So, really relevant here, but it keeps on happening. Let's see. So here, you're up a ton of push. You're up a ton of push, and she has no stun. what you want to do is you want to keep this push for as long as possible. Which means you want to slow down. You don't want to queue on the wave. You don't want to do anything kind of big and complicated like that. You want to play it slow. You want to play it easy. And then you want to come step up as far as you can. So, you know, maybe your Q range goes up to here. You want to be like right on the edge of it. Here, here, here. Somewhere in this area. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
And then she like doesn't get to contest the push. You get free Qs on her for this. You're just missing opportunity for trading. And as this lane goes on, it's a lot of the same. So here, once again, you're still up push. So if she's hitting the wave, you should just be queuing her face without hitting the wave. So here, like you hit the whole wave and it just doesn't make a ton of sense. And we have W. And even here, like you can be all the way up here. Do you see how far away we are from her? It's super, super just passive positioning. And it's hard. It's hard to do what you're supposed to do. So whoever's winning push is in the better position, but you use that push to set in a really good spot. How do you win trades? You win the trades through poke, right? She wins the bursty trades, you win the poke trades. So you got to think about how does a poke champion want to trade. I'm actually going to send you a video.
I think I just
champions.
took the, like, don't take Q's mentality a bit too close to heart.
Yeah.
And played so much back because of that.
Holy shit. I just typed in how to dominate and some of the build like autocomplete were like really sus. Holy. Alright. This, in your own time, this video is very, very interesting. This is how poke mages want to play. So, particularly this mage fencing thing, right? You can actually see these are the steps we talked about. Step up as far as you can, hold your spells through pressure. As they step up, you use your spells and kite backwards, wait for spells, and then you rinse and repeat. You step up and do the same thing. So this will be interesting for you to watch in your own time. When you're playing a poke lane where you are up the poke, but you're down the all-in threat, whether it's Annie or whether it's Yone, this is how the trade pattern should look. You're trying to step up.
Yeah, I think this is a lot easier for me if I'm into these melee matchups where I can also just auto W auto every time they like walk up.
It's a lot easier in the melee matchups because it's a little bit more linear, right? For Yone, it's like when he has Q3 and he has his E up, you have to be under your tower. If he only has one of these up, you can be in kind of a normal position. If he has none of them up, you're like under his tower. And then always kiting backwards no matter what. For range champions, you kind of just have to know their range. So if she's, you know, you have to just have a general feel for any Q range. And then that's where you're trying to stand. And this is just kind of what makes this lane phase feel awkward. Is we were just kind of pushing, and like it's fine to crash these waves if you have somewhere in mind to go, right? Like you crash this wave, if your idea is to go top here, this is fantastic, right? And you just go top here and like you hover this is great, but look at this, you're not even thinking about it, right? We're clicking straight back. And you actually look at bottom, which should be pretty illegal. But yeah, it's a lot of the same. You know, we pull the Mundo pressure, which is fantastic. She's out of mana, which means we get to really pressure her now. But we're kind of just playing super, super, super passive. We go back, whatever. All right. Crash this wave. We know Annie went back. Now, our job as the AHRI is to mostly keep Annie mid, right? So we just stay too long on the dragon. I mean, that's all this is. And then they pop this plant and their whole team just collapses on you guys. Now, when you're in this position, and this actually happened a couple times, this is like the team fighting stuff that happened. So first thing in laning, when you are the poke champion and you have the poke advantage, you want to do that mage fencing. That's our first kind of learning objective. Our second one is our team fighting. When you're playing the team fight, where do you want to kite towards?
Towards the sides and like away from my team ideally, so I can distract them.
You want to collapse in towards your team, always. Like that's how AHRI plays fights. Ideally, you're on the outside of the fight and you collapse in. You're on the outside of the fight and you collapse in, right? It's the same thing we do the whole game, right? We push mid and then we collapse into the bot lane interaction. Or late game, right? We push out the side lane and we collapse into the mid lane fight. You always want to kite towards your team. So if Annie shows here, you would actually want to click down towards your bot lane. Stepping up into the AHRI is really int. Where if you step down and you start fighting this guy's all of a sudden in a 3v1. Right? Or if you just step down this way, maybe you even ult over the wall and then you can kind of collapse back into the fight. But you always want to kind of fight around your team. And this happened a couple of times. We can actually look at this in the last VOD as well.
Here I think I was kind of focused on like the idea of try to keep Annie away, but obviously that doesn't work. Like
yeah, and it's like you want to focus a lot more on the idea of playing with your team. Team tempo is really, really important. So that was one example of that. There will be more. Oh boy, and then this is kind of the review ender on this one, where we're chilling here. She hasn't back. So she has no mana. She has no gold spent. You want to be hyper aggressive here. Your goal is to keep her in lane, to trade with her as much as you can, use your ignite, use your potions, use your bonus mana. She has enough mana for 1 Q. That means you should be like here or here, right? Like just hyper aggressive. You can see we're still super passive. We're so passive, we can never win. So passive. And then we see Mundo. Immediately, we should flash all over the wall, or flash ignite over the wall, just immediately. But instead, we see Annie, and we let our boy die, and this is where game's over. So this whole game, what's been the biggest like theme from from the whole lane, from the fights, from everything?
we just don't have the bots to play it properly.
Yeah, exactly. We're too passive. Exactly. Very, very good to kind of recognize that. So, I kind of view aggression as like a spectrum, and perfect would be right in the middle, where left is like too passive, and you're kind of like right here right now. Next game you play into Annie, I want you to be a little bit over aggressive as you kind of fall into this balance. But when you notice a game that you were just too passive in to win, I want you to miss on the other side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So next time you're into an Annie, I want your question, like the thing you, learning objective. I want the thing you're thinking about to be, how can I take winning trades against Annie while never getting touched and just dominate her? How can I just crush this Annie? And then really, really go do that. What you're going to do is you're going to keep that priority. You're going to stand in a good spot and you're going to do that mage fencing, quote unquote. That's in that video I linked you. And then you'll dominate her in lane and you'll have access to the map. And it's like the game is just so free. But we never even wanted to fight her, which just makes the game really impossible. And then we never want to fight the Mundo, even though we have the Jarvan. Like we want to play with him high tempo, so it's a little bit doomed. So that's what made this game into a really hard losing position. Let's talk about when we're behind, what we're trying to do. Pretty much, the idea of being behind is that they are stronger than you. I mean, like, obviously, right? Like, when you're behind, they're stronger than you. If they're stronger than you, do you want to take a 5v5?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, right? You don't want to take a 2v2. You don't want to take a 1v1. So, basically, AHRIing is the simplest way to play. It's super, super simple. So when do we want to AHRI?
When we're stronger, either comp-wise or just because we like
when we're
outmatch them in lanes.
Exactly. So like when you guys are winning, when you guys are stronger, you go AHRI. If you're weaker, you do the most complicated thing you can. So examples of complicated things. Why don't we brainstorm some ideas? Chat, feel free to type what you think. And Yura, what do you think as well? What are some complicated ideas that we can try to do? What do we think? Try to split them up? Yeah, so how do we do that? How do we do that, chat? I like what you're saying. Like cheesy picks. Cheesy picks is very, very complicated. Yep, it's complicated, and it's a very good way to come back. So if you can like get Jarvan, like we can get the Ori and the Jarvan, and we can go like cheese in the bush, and we can just like sit here with a pink as dragons coming up. That's a very good way to complicate the game. Yep. Playing in multiple lanes. The more lanes there are, the more complicated. Yep, beautiful. Multiple lanes. Exactly. I'm trying to think, are there anything else that's like really, really major? Vision control in jungle. You don't have vision control if you're behind. So it's kind of tricky. I'll even say like hard split push. Like maybe your Alawi is carrying and like maybe there's an angle to like base race top with the Alawi. Like that could be an angle. So like hard split pushing. All of these are ways that are very complicated and are very like they're super hard to do correctly, but since they're so hard to do correctly, they're hard to play against. So they should have the advantage, but it's much harder for them to play the game if we're doing things that are kind of confusing to play against. So the biggest takeaway is when you are losing, ask complicated questions. Ask complicated questions. So if we're at like this point in the game, oh, trading sides. That's the other one. Trading. That's probably the biggest one. If their team puts resources bot lane, can we go fight bot lane?
No,
of
because
course
they're
not, right? Yeah, like of course not. Like we just talked about this. Of course not. So it's like I don't care if there's nothing to do top lane. We still go top lane, right? Because whatever we do, we're not going bottom. So trading is like the most important thing when you're playing from behind. So in this situation where they have everybody bottom, we're just going to sprint top. And then they put their resources top. And it's like, okay, fine. We're going to sprint bottom. In this position, I would concede a wave to try to go play bottom. Because look at how useless being mid lane is, right? You don't help this. You're not even getting anything. So why don't we go do something complicated? Like go sprint bottom. Maybe cheese the dragon. Maybe go sit in this bush and ping Jarvan. And then try to pick somebody as they come get vision for the dragon, right? All of these are incredibly complicated ideas, but it's founded on the idea of we're not fighting here. Yo, we just got a raid. Eli, I appreciate you. What's going on? Welcome, y'all. I'm JS. I used to know Eli when I was growing up with him. But we are doing a coachathon. I'm a League of Legends coach. I don't think Eli plays a lot of League, but yeah, I'm a League coach, and we're doing a coaching stream, so lots of educational stuff. Welcome to the coachathon, y'all. Thanks for the raid, Eli. I hope you're doing well, man. Let me get a shout out for him going. Shout out. Jax. Okay. All right. So, losing. Don't go where they want to go. They want to go mid, go coin flip bottom. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just nothing else matters other than the idea of complicating the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it feels like shits, especially when you're not used to it. But like going mid, like watching this back, this looks like shit, right?
Like the bottom play we did later felt really, really bad.
Yeah. So that felt bad, but I would ask you why. Because when you went bottom, you got 2 waves. You denied them 2 waves. Okay, so that's 100, 200, that's 400 gold already. A little bit more than that. And you got an objective. And you got the tower gold. So you're up, I don't know, 750-ish gold. Plus all that XP from going on that bottom play. The last 3 minutes we've been mid and we've done nothing but die and lose waves. And lose towers and plates.
It feels bad because like I feel like I know this is wrong because they will still die if I'm base.
Yeah.
Because they're so strong, but it just feels like they die because I'm not there.
Exactly. There's this really weird emotional attachment we have in this game to our teammates or to our stuff. But it's like if we're really hard behind, it's not your stuff anymore. Like it's not your tower, right? Is mid waves, if they have 3 mid, they're not your waves. So you just have to go find what you can. Another way I've been kind of describing this concept is 1 is greater than 0. And what I mean by this is once you get in your brain that you're getting 0 mid lane, you're a lot more comfortable going bottom to get the little scraps you can. You'd rather get something than nothing, right? So the key tenet to this one is you got to understand we're getting 0 mid lane. Actually, you're getting negative mid lane. So when we're behind, we can even write it like this. 1 is greater than 0, which is greater than -1. Staying mid is -1. Doing a cheesy play in the bush might be 0. Going all the way bottom and pushing waves, that's like gaining something. Right? But the biggest kind of takeaway is emotionally our brain wants to stay mid, but we got to understand we're just losing everything here. We're just losing everything. Okay, so we just had some really interesting conversations from this game. So we talked about let me just write down my thoughts so I don't forget. First thing we talked about was lane phase aggression plus poking. All right, we talked about mage fencing. Watch video for more info on that. If we lose from being too passive, make sure we're extra aggressive next game. We talked about complicating the game when behind, just sacking whatever they're contesting, because it's not ours anymore, but getting whatever scraps we can elsewhere, doing cheese picks, cheese roams, like cheese pushing. Basically, if it feels cheesy, you're doing a good job complicating the game. Like that is what it is. I feel like we talked about a third thing that I forgot. Am I missing something? About poking. Oh boy, what did I forget? Maybe I didn't forget anything. I'm feeling like that.
I don't think you did.
The last thing I'll write is make sure we know why we're picking AHRI. Like, why is she a good champion? How can she be strong this game? Like, what does that look like? So these questions I think are really, really good to get you ready to play a game. That I want you to be thinking about in draft and in loading screen. Oh, team fighting, kiting towards your team. That's really big. And team fighting, kiting towards our team while playing around the fight. Now I'm gonna write this here, and we're gonna go watch the other VOD, and we're gonna look at this mostly. Yes. Okay, and these are the big things from today, I think. But yeah, let's go look at the second VOD. And we're going to mostly just look at the fights. And last VOD was mostly just a mechanical game. Right? Like, you played it really well. The ideas are really good. We're just going to go take a look at the fights and stuff. Oh, wait. I shouldn't put the date. That'll make it look like it's a Academy VOD, but it's not. Coachathon stuff. It's okay to risk having a terrible KD if you might want to coin flip a shutdown. Yeah, exactly. So what Danny's saying is exactly right. Coin flipping is another example of complicating the game, right? If you're ahead, you don't want to do Baron with the enemy jungle up. You want to get that pick first and be slow and steady. If you're behind, we're flipping that shit, baby. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to try to rush Baron with the few seconds we got and hope our jungle knows how to hit smite, right? All right. So for this one, we're just going to kind of skim through to the fights. Anytime there's a kill, let's just start from the beginning. Anytime there's some kill or interaction, let's just talk about it. Oh yeah, I forgot we got to kill level 1 this game.
Just kinda didn't matter because we couldn't base.
Yeah, it didn't matter right away, but it adds up. This is beautiful. Very good stuff. Yeah, these early kills. Yeah, this game was very pretty. Beautiful. Let's see where we use our first ult. I don't remember. Oh yeah, we go bottom here. Another just beautiful play. And then we just ult our way back mid lane. Cool. Okay, I don't think things get interesting until like late game. This was a really good pick on the Kha'Zix. And notice how, okay, that was scary. But notice how we are kiting towards our team here, right? You're not hitting the dragon and then like charming this guy as he comes up, right? Your goal is to come down into the team. Like this is so pretty. This idea behind this ult, I like the idea. I do not like the execution. So the way I want you to visualize champions is, I want you to kind of draw a circle with the radius of about your charm length, maybe a little bit shorter. So maybe the circle is like with this radius or so. We're gonna kind of visualize a circle around him. You're only allowed to ult on this line. So if you wanted to ult here and then charm this way, I'm so for that. I'm so for that. That's such a good ult. But if you ult like this and like this, it's really yucky. The added benefit of ulting on this kind of tangent on the circle is that he's going to be encouraged to walk down, so the chance of you landing your charm is actually higher than if you ult into his melee range. So
I think my idea in those situations is if I'm right in his face, I like, even if my hands disappear mid game, I can't miss a charm.
So yeah, I mean, again, the idea is good, but you actually have a higher chance of landing it from here, because as long as you cast it on this line, you can't miss it. And that doesn't require anything mechanical.
And here, like, especially I thought, or I tried to factor in, like, travel time, because he still has his jump, and if I'm in his face, he doesn't have the time to jump. So
here's the beauty.
But that's for this one.
You going up here does something to people's brains, because he will change where he jumps. He will no longer jump through you, which means his jump's going to go down, or he's going to go over this way, like up and over. Your charm's going to land anyways. You have plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Yeah, but like if he's across the wall, I think he just gets away.
He cannot get across the wall if you're all like this. Like that's what I'm saying. Because he can't jump on this angle. He has to walk up and then over. Your charm lands way before that happens anyways. But you ulting on this angle makes him not want to go this way. So he's going to want to go down. It's kind of the same thing Yones do with their E. Yones will E in one direction and then Q3 the other way just to cut off your line of direction. Like it's a very, very common habit. If you watch, who have we been watching? Like Caps play AHRI. Like he's really, really good at this. Always ulting on this tangent and charming down this way. So we'll keep looking at it. But this melee range, it's scary. It makes your charm more likely to miss. Because you have to have better cursor placement, and it makes you riskier because you put yourself in melee range. And it just does not look pretty. Like this is just not the vibe. Okay, so we keep going. But the idea of visualizing that circle, like that's gonna be the secret to good ults. Let's go look at our next one. Even this ult is a little bit too far out. Like again, I would draw like a line and then kind of just visualize a small circle like this. If you ult away, it's very easy for him to get away, right? So if you wanted to ult from this like onto him to do the damage, you would ult this way on this tangent, or this way is fine too. But since you were thinking up, you have to go on this line. Let's just kind of play this out. Do you see that a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you ult up, like the dude can never get away. But since we ulted in kind of a weird direction, he gets away with flash. It's the same idea. So the secret is maybe like half your charm length or so. Just draw a circle around them, and then you're looking to ult on a tangent on the circle from wherever you're at. So these are your kind of two ult options here if you want to ult. And the beauty of this is if you ult on top of him, you push him down. So you'll start to recognize like really sharp patterns that will make it pretty impossible to miss charm. And it's easier than if you're on top of him, because if you're on top of him, your cursor placement has to be perfect. But if you alt, like let's say here you alt down, you know that he's going to go on this line. So you can just have your cursor like anywhere here and it works. Like you can have very shit mechanics and still land these charms. All right. Let's see. I'm kind of waiting until we get to a bigger fight. We're talking about the ultimates. Oh, yeah, this is where we just got a little bit loose. That's okay. It happens. Yeah. And here, I'm always thinking about kiting towards my team. Same thing we were talking before. I really want to collapse on the Kha'Zix and Jinx. I think you guys end up turning around for the Yone here, which is really weird. You see how you're pulling away from your team? Super weird. Like, you can just come kill Jinx here. And then get the tower, and then it's great. But going bottom here, not only is it against your identity, because you don't want to 1v1, or you don't want to fight him in the side lane, period. But also, it fucks your team a little bit. Because now they're vulnerable to Kha'Zix, and Jinx isn't going to die. And yeah, it's just very awkward. Oh yeah, this ult was interesting. Yeah. That ult was tricky. Almost gets us killed. Super scary. Honestly,
yeah, I could have just ulted like over the wall again.
Yeah, honestly, I think the best thing is to just hold it rather than putting yourself in the line that he wants to run on. Like, I still want to go around him. The circle thing is still true. So you charm him here. I think, yeah, ulting this way, I think is good. Or just holding it. And then after you get stunned, then you can ult around him again. But the circle thing, like, that's the secret to good ults. Is ulting on those tangents around him. I want to see a team fight. This game was super complicated because everybody was kind of playing at different paces. There was never like super sharp team fights. Whoa. Here's a mechanical fight. Yeah, yuck. Do you see how both of these ult casts are super yucky? This one into melee range. And then this one just kind of straight away. So you're no longer around the fight, you're just out of it. Let's think about how could we have used ult better here. We see Yone above us, or we see Kennen below. Where do you think you can ult here?
I'm not really sure, like, ulting upwards, like, towards enemy jungle seems scary because I'm kind of separated from deck then. But also, ulting into the pit seems scary because they have cannon, so...
Why does
my idea was...
Why does going up seem scary?
Well, I guess it's not that scary with 2 more dashes, yeah?
Yeah.
Never mind.
And if
I'm just talking out of my ass.
And if they chase you, yeah, I mean, we just, like, this is great. So yeah, this exactly is the line, 100%. I'm glad you saw it right away. Like, that's the first thing you said was alt up this way. Exactly right, because now you're on the edge of both of these guys, and now you can kind of play off of Zac. So let's say Zac jumps on Yone, then you alt up this way, and you guys just are in a nice little 2v1, right? Or Zac hops on this guy, and then you alt down this way, and then once again, 2v1 situation. Where instead, you ult out of the fight and put your Zac in a 1v2, and it's just super tricky, and then you're like out of the fight, and yeah, it's just kind of painful. But I think what I'm learning here through these reviews is, first of all, AHRI ult is incredibly complicated because it's a lot about spacing, and spacing is hard. But two, we have a lot of room for improvement on our ults. That's like the biggest mechanical thing for us, I think, is thinking about the ults a little bit tighter. Hey, what's up, Mikey? How you doing, man? Welcome to the Coachathon. We got 12 hours of coaching lined up today. Let's see when the next fight happens. Yeah, very good zoning. This was nice. Yeah, it's a very good pick. Yeah, and I think the rest of this one was pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth. Oh, that gave me anxiety. Like that was scary.
Also, a small thing I probably should have like not gambled on the Q run back for the cannon and maybe just spend another ult charge. But it worked out. So.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Because I was just standing there like for a very long time waiting for the slowest orb to come back.
Yeah, wait, let me look at it again. Now that you bring it up.
Like this feels like forever.
Yeah,
I could have maybe ulted. I could have maybe ulted further into the fight and get kill threat on Jinx maybe.
The beauty of holding the ults is that you don't get hit and you maintain your options. So if he flashes, then you ult, or if he does something crazy, then you ult to readjust the Q and run it down. So I actually really liked what you did for the first ult proc. Because you force him to do something or die, and then if he does something, you still have your ult procs, and you're gonna get another one when you kill him. So it's like, I actually really liked the first ult, but the second ult was scary. But yeah, you could have greeted for more too. Like if you went all into the fight, I think that would have worked. But yeah, that was a pretty clean game. There wasn't as much like cutting towards your team in the team fights, but there was like playing around the fight, which is important. So I'll even add that to our notes. Playing around the fight, looking to flank in. Oh wait, I wrote that in the other note. Okay, I'm an inter. But I think those are the big takeaways for the day. Anything else you want to talk about or
Actually, yes.
Okay,
I think it's a pretty nice topic to talk about since we were kinda hovering on the why are you picking this champion question, and it's like champ pool.
Okay.
Like yes,
what about it?
I want to keep playing AHRI definitely, but I'm kind of struggling to see like who I should or who I can consider adding, because like obviously not every game is gonna be a good AHRI game.
I mean, you can one trick AHRI like that straight up. If you really enjoy AHRI and there's nothing like nobody else calls out to you, you should just keep playing AHRI.
Well, there's like a few other options that I really like, but it's like.
Okay, so
they're all like very similar. Like if I go through the champions, like the obvious ones are like Zoe, Ori, Talia. I have some like more assassin-y picks I dig, like LeBlanc and kind of Irelia. But yeah, these like a lot of these control-ish burst type of mages are what I really like. But I'm not sure if it's like a waste of time investing in them right now if they're so similar.
Yeah, they are really similar. So generally my take on champion pools is it's better to pick something a little bit different so that you broaden your perspective and you become a much better player. Where if you pick up Zoe, like it's the same champion. You're gonna know some different mechanics, but you will have the exact same ideas about the game. I'm not a big fan of that. There are some people who just specialize in one class and then they're always patch proof that way. Like if you just really love burst mages and you're never going to play anything else, then sure, just play AHRI, LeBlanc, and Zoe. Or not LeBlanc, Lissandra. And you're good to go. But I wouldn't worry about adding anything for your pool unless you like really want to play a new champion.
Well, I just think it's gonna make me like a better player in some way as well, because I get to see things from a different perspective.
It will, but it will slow down your AHRI progress, and you have not played that much AHRI.
Yeah, it's like
so
30 games, I think,
yeah,
over two
like
accounts.
30 games is like almost nothing. Like we should probably get 70, 80 before we think about it, and then you can think, how much do you actually like burst mages? Would you like to add something that's a lot different with a different identity? And then you can kind of look at the games you lose or the games that feel really shit for Ahri, and you can think, is there something else that I would much rather play in this game? And that's my favorite way to add champion, is to look at, that's actually how I added Ahri. I would look at a game and the draft would be here. I actually have an example that I want to pull up.
Like, I think it's not a question if I like burst mages, if a lot of the other options are just like burst mage but different flavor.
Yeah, which sometimes,
just,
I mean, that's fine.
The playstyle just is very appealing and the kits are fun.
Okay, so this video, I'm talking about how I handle my champion pool. And in this game, so this is a draft I was in, and my champion pool at the time of this is Victor, Tryndamere, Annie. That's it. Period. Like that's all of my champions that I could possibly play. That's kind of what I have in my mind. So in this
you
game,
really just have a video on everything, right?
it's I'm trying, man. But Victor sucks here, right? Like if you pick Victor into, like, first of all, the Silas matchup sucks. Pike is going to be in my lane always. It's super high threat. I can't keep up with my Pantheon. Like, I can't play this game. I'm useless to my team, and I'm just free gold for the enemy team. Well, I don't want to play Tryndamere because I don't have AP. I don't know who's my jungle. Probably don't have AP jungle. So I can't blind Trynd here. And for whatever reason, I don't want to play Annie. So I'm thinking, what champion could I play that I'd be excited to play? I needed champions that were like high pace, that were good into Silas, that were good into high threat enemy mid and jungle. And I came up with some ideas, and I think as this video plays on, I could just have, I came up with a bunch of ideas. Things like Akali and LeBlanc and Vex and Ahri and Nico. And I decided LeBlanc and Vex were too similar to Annie, so I'm like, okay, that's how I landed on Ahri. But so this is how I'd handle it. I would play a lot more Ahri for you, and every time there's a game that you feel uncomfortable, I would like write it down or take a screenshot and think, okay, this game was really uncomfortable. I'm gonna keep this in mind. This is what happened. This is why it was uncomfortable. Maybe in the future there'll be a different time. So games that I would guess would be uncomfortable for you are when your team is playing really slow paced and you don't have anywhere to create opportunity. Maybe we need a slower pick. Maybe we need to play the Victor or the Vladimir.
So like if we have the Kog'Maw lane again and maybe something like
and then you have like
a tank top or a Kale or something scaling.
And then you have like a super scaling jungler and you just can't make plays with your jungler. Maybe you're like, I freaking hate playing Ahri this game. Or I hate playing Ahri with carry junglers as well. I hate playing Ahri with like Graves. With Graves and Kayn, oh my goodness, I freaking hate it. I refuse to play Ahri in those games. A lot of this is just personal preference. It just doesn't make sense to me on how I can win the game super cleanly as Ahri. So I play Annie in those games, or Victor, or Vladimir, or just anything else in my pool. But that's how I want you to attack the champion pool. When there's a champion, or when there's a game that feels really shit, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind.
Yeah, makes sense.
As you play more games, you can kind of come up with ideas and try them out from there. Sound good?